Hello. Hello. My name is Sierra. I am the creator of She Is E Magazine, and I'm glad that you guys are jumping on today. I'm doing a quick class. She Is E Magazine actually showcases women that are boss babes, that are in leadership, that are doing amazing things. So I definitely wanted to get on here and give you more information about magazines because I also do help other creatives create their magazines, market their magazines, and get them distributed. Okay. So not going to be on here long, but I do want to share these tips with you. If you have a pen, if you have, some paper, if you got your phone, just write down these 3 tips because they will help you. And if you're unsure about, what to do next, I am teaching a free class next week. It's going to go more into details on, the magazine creation process. Okay. So thanks, like I said, for taking out the time to join me on today. I haven't done any lives, so this is my first live on YouTube. Make sure that you like, you subscribe, and you share this video, okay? So for tip number 1 on how you can monetize your magazine, the first way that you can monetize your magazine is you can offer subscriptions, okay? So anytime you create a magazine, most people, they offer the subscription. A lot of people do monthly subscriptions and they do yearly subscriptions. Some people even do quarterly subscriptions. It doesn't matter as long as you get the subscription set up. Some people like me, when I first started out, I like to see my revenue every month. So I like to see how much I'm bringing in every month instead of just having the subscriptions up front, like for a yearly price and going from there. Now, since I've been doing this a little longer, I prefer to actually offer the subscriptions. That way, everybody can lock in. They're going to get their magazines for the whole year. You don't have to worry about if they're going to cancel in between them. And even if they do, they've already paid for the yearly subscription. Okay. So that's a plus. Like I said, every business is different. Every magazine is different. Your audience is different. You need to know more about your audience and if they prefer to pay for something monthly or if they prefer to just pay for something yearly so they don't have to worry about it. And honestly, people like to pay for things yearly because they save money. So make sure that you monetize your magazine by definitely offering those subscriptions, okay? So another way to monetize your magazine is your features. What's a magazine if you don't have a feature, right? So a lot of people starting out, I've seen it. Um, they might use a stock photo, and that's perfectly fine if you are just getting started and you're really not sure on who you would like to have on your magazine, or you're doing other preparations and you really wasn't prepared, but you wanted to get something outside, in front of your audience, then you could definitely use the stock photos. It's perfectly fine. However, in order to get more in touch with your audience, I would definitely suggest doing having people book features. And even if they don't pay when you first start, you can definitely build your way up to that. But the goal is to have paid features, okay? So you can always, and then when I say paid features, your cover girl or your cover guy or whoever lands the cover, you can definitely monetize that. Here's an example of how you can do that, right? Your magazine cover, you might offer 4 pages for the inside cover, and you might charge your audience, or you might charge your cover guy, cover girl, or whoever it is on the cover $100. Okay. And they get 4 pages inside of the magazine, and they get, advertising on your on your social media website because or web page, excuse me, because they've already booked for that cover. Also, as far as like your inside features, you could always do like how she is a setup and he is a setup, because I do have 2 magazines. They're set up by having spotlight features. So who doesn't make the magazine as far as the cover is concerned? They still have 2 pages where they can spotlight, where we're spotlighting their business and who they are. And believe it or not, 9 times out of 10, those 2-page features end up becoming cover features. So that's the way that you can monetize your magazine, okay? So make sure that you push for those paid features inside of your magazine. It adds up, okay? All right, so the last one is the ads. All right, so I don't know if you guys really have looked at magazines or not. Hopefully you have. You scroll through, your magazines, you see people advertising, right? Ads are big. People want to advertise, whether it's on social media, whether it's on a billboard, whether it's, just flyers around town. You see advertisements, and on TV, you see advertisements all the time. You cannot go wrong with offering advertisements in your business as far as your magazine is concerned. Okay. So here's an example of what you could offer as far as an ad. Remember, I'm going off of that example of $100 that you're offering for your covers, okay? So you don't want to get crazy whenever you're doing these ads. They need to align with what your prices are as far as, how much your features are, okay? So your ads cannot be more than your features. So if you want to make a mass amount of money, you need to make sure that your features are more than your ads. So we're going to go back to the $100 cover feature, right? If your cover feature is $100, your ads do not need to be $90. Your ads do not need to be even $80. You need to bring it down a little bit more. I'm not saying lowball yourself, but I'm saying make it reasonable and make it make sense, okay? So for example, like I said, this is only for example. Do not lowball yourself. If these numbers are not yours, this is strictly an example to give you an idea of how to price your ads. All right. So, for example, like I said, we got the $100 for the cover. You can actually offer a $25 ad that could just be, it could be one page. So you can say, hey, I got one page inside of the magazine. It's it's $25 for one page. That's a good deal. You can say, hey, $25 for one page. And this also includes one social media post and one story, right? And it's pretty catchy because people are like, oh, wait a minute. So you're going to actually advertise my business inside of your magazine and you're going to put me on your social media platforms. There you go. You got 2 in 1. Okay. So also, for example, you can do that one page, or you can do like the inside cover of your magazine. That needs to be priced a little bit higher because that's the second page that people see outside of your cover page. That is a main page. That in the back, the last page of your magazine, those covers, you can really do good with those. So like I said, if you have the $100 feature, you can offer the $25 ad for one page, and then you could turn around and offer maybe 2 pages in the magazine and then do it for like $50. But the inside of the magazine, the first page that you see, that cover page, it needs to be priced a little bit higher than that. So I would say if your cover features are $100, that inside of your magazine, you could definitely easily, put your prices out there for at least $55 to $60. I wouldn't go much higher than that because you still want to make sure that your pricing makes sense. So if somebody is getting inside of your magazine, as far as your feature, you don't want people to feel like, oh, I'm advertising, I'm almost paying what I could pay to actually be featured inside of the magazine, right? So it needs to make sense. Whatever you do as far as these ads, it needs to make sense and it needs to be aligned with your rest of your prices, okay, inside of your magazine, from your features to your subscription. All right. So I just wanted to get on here and drop these tips. I hope that, this was informative. I hope that this was helpful for you guys. And I will be back teaching more on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, like the video, share the video. And also for more information, you could always look in the the bar down below, and you'll be able to register for the new course that I'm doing. I'll be offering next Wednesday. Okay. All right. Again, I'm Sierra. Thank you guys for taking the time to join in today. It's the middle of the day.